And what's good, everyone? Welcome back here once again to Behind the Arc Basketball as we currently join this game in progress. I just finished up calling Golden State versus Brooklyn in the NBA opening night. Brooklyn demolished Golden State, but we start off this game joining it in progress score. Close one between number 3 and number 7, 30-28 with 5 minutes even left to go now in the first half. It's going to be West Virginia basketball. They go in the gray uniforms tonight with dark blue numbers. Gold outline, Kansas in the white jerseys. West Virginia around the perimeter, top of the key, as they have it here into the hands of Taz Sherman. Pass over to the free throw circle, drives inside Aja Boyan, and he turned it over the baseline there. Gabe Aja Boyan just swarmed by a bunch of Kansas defenders as the ball go right back over to West Virginia. Glad to have you guys right back on board here. Jesse, Coy, Ty John, welcome back in. Back on the mod squad here with Vegas. Once again here, and Jack, glad to have you guys back in here. And welcome in here, man. Got his main one back, so there he goes. Glad to have you back in here. He got his main account right back. We got 4:25 left to go before halftime. Kansas had him. They're going to blow the whistle away from the basketball. They're going to call Kansas here with a personal offensive foul by Christian Brown. He picked it up. Vegas going to go with West Virginia for this one. Jack going to take Kansas. Coy picks Kansas 78-68. I'm going to take Kansas in this game. Really tight game. My prediction here, Kansas 64, West Virginia 60. 4:10 left to go before halftime. West Virginia now with the basketball at the top of the key. As this is Matthews. He hands it over left wing into the hands of Sherman. Back over to Matthews. Passes over the top. Turnaround jumper. And get that out of there right there. Huge block out of bounds by David McCormack right underneath with a massive swat, and he sent that ball sailing all the way to another zip code. Wow. Sorry to hear that, Kevin. Ugly loss from Pittsburgh tonight, looks like. 64-54 against Louisville. Hope that they can rebound against Duke. Ouch. Next Tuesday, I'll have to see. Probably... I think there's an NBA game, I think, next Tuesday. Yeah, that's the 29th. I'm probably going to go NBA tomorrow. Hey, what's good, George G? Welcome onto the stream, man. Thanks so much for the sub, bud. Yeah, I did a Big East ranking at the beginning of the season. I wish I had more time to, do, videos and stuff like that, rankings and stuff like that, but it's so tough to, balance, life and work and everything, doing videos. I wish. Very close game going on. Tight game between these two teams in the timeout. Gonna pop up the ranking here. There we go. Alright, so right now we're just on a timeout, folks, for the second portion of tonight. Joining this one right in progress is, first game was just a big blowout that I covered for the NBA. By the way, Kansas has a scoring drought right now the last 3 minutes and 21 seconds at this point. I'm going to dig in here first time today. Oh, that's awesome, man. You're a Xavier fan and you saw the buzzer beater. Dude, that was a phenomenal game. I'm a Providence fan, by the way. I can't wait till Providence and Xavier face off against each other. But, man, Xavier's been absolutely legit this season. Undefeated. It's been phenomenal this year. For West Virginia, Sean McNeil off to a great start in this one. He's got 14 points. Perfect 5 for 5. 4 for 4 from the perimeter by McNeil. For Kansas, leading scorer so far. 8 points by Marcus Garrett and Christian Brown. Both of them get 8 points so far. Achai Agbaji, he's been the consistent one throughout the season for Kansas, besides the game against Creighton, but Agbaji so far only held to 5 points in this first half. And Agbaji, defending Miles McBride, McBride's got 9 so far. Matthews, Matthews been held scoreless 0 for 4 shooting from the floor. How about, Shibwe's only got 1. They really need Shibwe to be a factor. Yeah, 8-0 Xavier looking so good. One of my surprises this season. Who I got in this one? I'm going to take Kansas 64-60. Raven, welcome back on board here. Hope all is well. Glad to have you once again. Yeah, I saw Kansas is 8-0 at home all time against West Virginia. And yeah, Kansas just sneaks out close games this season. Like, big reason why they got free throw shooters in this team. They were great against Texas Tech, able to squeak that one out. They can hit clutch free throws at the end. They were 14 for 15 at the line. That was huge on Thursday. West Virginia floats it up in the key. No good. Rebound Kansas. Jayhawks have the basketball. 3:45 left to go on the clock here before halftime. Bounce pass to Jalen Wilson. Kansas been scoreless for over 7 minutes. Christian Brown. Bounce pass to the left corner. Agbaji takes the three. He sinks it. That's his hot spot right there for Ache Agbaji. So Agbaji now with 8. He's 2 for 4 from the outside. We got 3.5 left to go before halftime. Ty, what's good here for stopping him by? Dude, I heard about Missouri, man. Just barely able to hold on against Bradley. What a game. 3-point shot, West Virginia. No good off the side of the rim. Rebound back over to Kansas. West Virginia's going to have to hit those if they want to pull this one out. They're not a great shooting team this season, but they are gritty defensively. Kansas jumper from the perimeter, no good. And David McCormick goes up for the rebound, and he gets called for the personal. Yeah, they're one of my shockers this season, George G. For Xavier so far this year. 8-0. Missouri as well has been one of my shockers. So it was a foul on McCormick going up for the rebound. It's going to be West Virginia here at the free throw line. 1-1 bonus, and they missed the free throw. No good. Rebound to Agbaji. They're going to dribble it past half court. 3 minutes left to go. Kansas top of the key. Moves over right wing Garrett. Bounce pass right baseline. Light foot. Moves it over to the top. Brown wide open to Agbaji. Left corner, and they are lucky that he didn't hit it, but off the cut right there. Puts it up and in. Jalen Wilson for 2. Able to cut to the basket, get the offensive rebound, put it up and in off the glass. 2.5 left to go here. West Virginia has it. Moves it over free throw circle. I think we're all set with that. West Virginia took the 3. They knocked it down. That's good from the perimeter. As it sailed down right there by McNeil. He is looking so good in this game with 17 points. Perfect 5 for 5 from the outside by McNeil. Kansas took the jumper. No good off the mark. 2 minutes left to go. West Virginia has it. The left wing McBride moves it back to the top. Bounce pass. Shot fake Culver. Goes inside, and Derek Culver going to get fouled here. It's going to be a foul picked up by Lightfoot, so Culver will go to the free throw line. Part of the double bonus right now. Chris the Kid, welcome back in here for stopping on by, man. Thanks so much for showing the love, bud. Really appreciate it, my man. First free throw, Derek Culver, no good, rattled out. George here, he met C.J. Welcher in real life at Seton Hall. And then at the Seton Hall game. Then went to his high school game. That's awesome, man. First free throw is no good, rattled out by Culver. Second shot coming up here, and no good off the back iron. Tipped around. Kansas going to come up with a rebound. Agbaji moves it past half court. Garrett back to Agbaji at the right wing. Moves it back over to Garrett. Yeah, Chris the Kid's been on here for quite a bit, man. You've been here since the finals, but if you're interested in the mod, brother, feel free to let me know. I can hit you up on one, because you've been on here recently quite a bit, man. Putting out on the work on the channel. So let me know, Chris the Kid. Fadeaway right corner 3. Kansas took it. No good off the mark. Rebound by West Virginia. Mountaineers going to have the basketball. Minute 15 remaining. Miles McBride, top of the key, guarded by Garrett. That's a huge matchup to watch out for tonight. Defensive Player of the Year. Garrett taking on leading scorer McBride. Garrett going to switch over to McNeil this time. He passes it over to Culver. Culver drives into the lane, going to force his way up there, and that was good. For 2 by Derek Culver, it's a 2-point game. 35-33 the score. Yeah, membership button doesn't show up on YouTube. It's very odd sometimes. If you're on If you're on maybe like a phone, like a mobile device, maybe that's why. Because a lot of people said they're having trouble getting it off of a phone. But it's on, if you have a computer, you can find it off of the PC setting. It's very odd why a lot of people don't have, or having trouble finding it over on the mobile device. Yeah. Jesse here might be playing basketball for the future. Might go to Florida Liberty, Seton Hall, Rutgers right there. That's awesome, man. Best of luck to your future, dude. 40 seconds left to go before halftime. Yeah, I remember somebody on the channel here, I think he's like a 5-star commit for next season, and he was on like a bunch of my live streams last year, and he stopped on by today. I think his name is DJ. His name used to be Prime Time, and he changed it over to DJ. I think he's going to be a 5-star next year playing at Duke. 20 seconds remaining before half, or he said he was. Top of the key. West Virginia has it here with McBride. 10 seconds on the shot clock. McBride guarded at the top by Agbaji. Dribbles now left elbow. Passes over to the right wing. McNeil has it. Deep three. Pull-up jumper. Oh! He got it. Banked it off the backboard as we go into halftime. 36-35. Sean McNeil, man. Absolute superstar in this game. Number 22. Getting himself a perfect 6 for 6 from the perimeter with 20 points right there. Banks it from the edge of the Jayhawk logo. Off the backboard, a hot hand to keep in the Mountaineers in this one. Last season, West Virginia struggled from three. They were ranked dead last among all power conference teams last season in three-point shooting. And oh my goodness, Sean McNeil, he has come alive in this game right now. What a start for him. We are at half in a 1-point lead. Hey, there you go, man. Really appreciate it, Chris the Kid, as we welcome in as a part of the sports community here. He's been on the stream all the way back from NBA Finals back, Heat versus Lakers there. Totally earned it, man. Thanks so much for coming back. So right now we're just at half currently. So welcoming Bradley back in here once again. We just welcoming Chris the Kid out to the mod squad here. He's been on the streams all the way since the NBA Finals of last season. Thanks so much for coming back, brother. But yeah, West Virginia here, the big X factor in this game so far for the Mountaineers. Man, Sean McNeil showing up, perfect 7 for 7, 6 for 6 from the outside, and just absolute bank right there right before halftime as time expired. He's got 20 out of the 36 in this game so far for Kansas. Leading scorers so far in this one, it's a trio between 8 and 8 and 8 between Marcus Garrett, Ochai Agbaji, and Christian Brown, all with 8 points so far. And all three players there have knocked down 2 perimeter shots. So West Virginia struggling to guard the perimeter, looks like, in the first half so far. We joined this one in progress. And yeah, Ochai Agbaji I saw hit a left corner 3. But yeah, Kansas right now 7 for 18 from the outside. West Virginia even better, 7 for 12. They gotta, that's what they gotta do. I actually wrote about it in one of my articles previewing this game, and I said that they gotta have like a Richmond night type of game here, or a Richmond type of game that they did against Richmond for West Virginia, because they've been really inconsistent shooting this season. They seem like they're playing down to their like opponents that's bad for West Virginia, like North Texas. Georgetown, Iowa State, they came from behind in both of those games against Georgetown and Iowa State. They seem like they're playing down to, like, lower type of opponents, whereas when they play against, like, top-ranked opponents here, like, bigger schools that have, like, a lot of momentum going into their matchup, it seems like West Virginia is able to figure it out and knock down their shots. And in the last game against Richmond, it was Deuce McBride. Today, Culver's been held to only 6 points, but today it's Sean McNeil so far. He has been an absolute hot hand in this game for the Mountaineers. Yep, you can all tell based on the logo there what Ty thoughts are about Kansas. As we go into halftime, great game though so far. Taking a look right now, leading scores, or other scores going on in college basketball. Houston trying to close it out against Temple. It's all Houston tonight, 66-47. So Temple no longer undefeated. Gonzaga cruising against Northwestern State at the half, 43-17. They played them yesterday. Hey, what's good, Mark? Appreciate it, bud, for stopping by. Dude, I know. McNeil's absolute lights out in this game. Perfect from the perimeter. And somebody asked me, who would I pick tonight, San Diego State or St. Mary's? And I'm glad I told you San Diego State. Because right now, San Diego State at halftime leads at 40-20 over St. Mary's. So the Aztecs, this team looks for real right now this season. Iowa up against Purdue, 37-27. And then other games of the half, we got TCU, 49-45 against North Dakota State. So TCU's not really for real. I feel like they had that victory against Oklahoma State because Cade Cunningham played a pretty poor game that game there. So I feel like that was more of a lucky win for TCU. They ended it on a 9-zip run. Yeah, Xavier's ranked now at 8-0. So yep, Xavier new to the rankings this week. Well deserved for Xavier to be there. Coy thinking that Louisville's going to win the ACC. Bradley would definitely agree with that as well since he's a Cards fan. Yeah, feel free to stop on by and join the Discord as well. Bradley just put that link out here onto the chat. Also, we got the Behind the Arc basketball merchandise store if anybody's interested. I know a couple people were interested in getting stuff earlier today, but we got some cool stuff over there. Just posted a link down in the chat. We got short sleeve, long sleeve shirts, sweatshirts, iPhone cases, stickers, pillows, a lot of cool stuff over there on the Behind the Arc basketball merchandise site. Yeah, Xavier Creighton got to be close there. George puts out. Wouldn't surprise me. That's one thing for sure. Alright, so let's see here. Top 25 poll. I still think that Creighton is ranked too high in the top 25 at 13. I think they should be more like kind of towards where Illinois and North Carolina were, like 17, 18. Michigan undefeated at 19. I thought that Michigan would be up even more. And Xavier only at 22. I thought that Xavier would be around like 16, 15. Because they destroyed Oklahoma. And Oklahoma, I feel like they're going to be borderline tournament team for Oklahoma this year. As for that last spot in the top 25, like around like Virginia Tech, Oregon, I probably would have went with Arkansas, putting them in the top 25. Because Arkansas right now is undefeated, even though they haven't really played like many great teams, though. They're just steamrolling past their competition, though. I would have put Arkansas there for this week in the top 25. But other than that, yeah, it's gonna change though, because now we got teams losing around against each other, and Rutgers looks legit. Rutgers, I know they suffered a big injury with Cliff Omarui today, but they still really good for Rutgers. Chris here waiting for Kentucky to do a crazy win streak. Hopefully it will come for you, man. There's a lot of tension right now in Kentucky's program. It's not looking so good. Coach Cal asked one of the freshmen, Cameron Fletcher, to step down from the step down from the team for a little bit. Because I guess there was like a heated, I think there was like a heated exchange at the end of that game against UNC on Saturday. And I was watching some of like a little bit of the clips or so. I went back to see like analysis of it. And Terrence Clark too, his body language just said it all. It was not good. So right now we're just at halftime here, folks, between these two teams. Really good game so far. West Virginia, they were trailing. Once I got into this game, joined it in progress, West Virginia was trailing it, and then right from the top of the key there, Sean McNeil put his team right in to halftime. Tennessee or Missouri? Ty puts out. I'm gonna take Tennessee in that one. I just think Tennessee's defense is just out of this world, really good this season. They're a deep team. That's a great matchup. I cannot believe I think that game's on the SEC network. I can't believe that game's on the SEC network and they put on another SEC stream that's like way lower than that. I know like 3 weeks ago a lot of the people working at ESPN didn't think that Missouri would probably be in the top 25, and Tennessee was not going to climb up as far as they got, or even play games, because there was still uncertainty whether Tennessee was going to even play games because they came out of quarantine late. Yeah, that's odd. They put Duke, Pittsburgh in the ACC network, because I know Kevin asked me if I could cover that one, but I actually don't get ACC or SEC network. That's unfortunate. And they put one of the games with Baylor on ESPN Plus. Hey, what's good, Ian? Welcome onto the stream here. Harry, welcome back on board, man. Yeah, I heard about that. NC State beat North Carolina. Yeah, sure, Bradley. I'll take a look at it when I can. Yeah, I have no clue why they put Tennessee against Missouri in the SEC network. At the same time, they get Florida against Vanderbilt over on ESPN2. That makes zero sense. Like, because the SEC network's a premium channel. You have to pay the extra price to get it or so. Where it's not available in the actual like cable packages for a lot of the stuff. And they put on Florida against Vanderbilt and put Tennessee, Missouri on the SEC network. They just totally missed that. Yeah, George puts out St. John's. DePaul can never get the pieces to become the contender, especially DePaul. DePaul's yet to even play this year. Georgetown looks really rough this year. Butler is just disappointing for Butler for this season. Those are the bottom four of the conference. Georgetown, DePaul, Butler, and St. John's. And then after that, it's up for grabs. There's going to be a mid-pack battle in the Big East, I feel like. It's going to be between Seton Hall, Marquette, Providence, UConn, and then most likely up at the top, you got, right now, Xavier's been really impressive. And then Villanova, Creighton. Creighton might even drop like even further in the conference because UConn's a sleeper. I think UConn might be able to finish ahead of Creighton if UConn's able to find a second scorer with James Bouknight. Hey, what's good, Matt? Welcome onto the stream, man. Do you want Tennessee to win USC Upstate? He puts out, yeah, that should be an automatic win right there for Tennessee over USC Upstate. Ian puts out here, he still believes Rhode Island's one of the best mid-majors today. They played such a difficult schedule, though. That I think Davison's much better than a lot of people realize. Because Davison had a big win today by double digits against Vanderbilt. And they played really close games against Texas and lost by 2 against Texas, lost by 1 against Providence. I feel like Davison this year could shock teams, possibly. As far as Rhode Island, it was just those couple seasons that they had Dan Hurley as a head coach that they were good, and now this year they've been disappointing though. They should have won that game against, like, on paper they should have won that game against Davison. They definitely should have won Boston College, and all they had to do was just hit their free throws, and they could have started out the year 2-0. Arizona State and BC, both of those games they could have easily won. George Nick Seton Hall not going to be in the tournament since Miles Powell not there. Remember him being at Seton Hall. It's nice and loud, so loud. Nice there. They got their arena out in Newark, New Jersey there. Yeah, I've never been there, but that was a huge loss in the off season for Seton Hall. It's basically Mamu Kalashvili. That's the one that's carrying Seton Hall right now. Is Sandro Mamukelashvili. He's doing everything for the Pirates. They're going to get better, though, because a lot of the players they lost in the offseason, I think they're going to be a bubble team this year. And if they get back their point guard and he's healthy, Bryce Aiken, I think they have the chance to make the tournament this year. They just need to get Bryce Aiken back. But yeah, they're in that mid-tier grouping that's going to be bubble, most likely, with Seton Hall, Marquette, Providence. That's the mid-tier group, I feel like, for the Big East this year. Providence has the chance to even do more damage up towards, like, UConn, but I just favor UConn's depth right now over Providence in the conference. They just need to find a second scorer behind Bouknight. And Providence, it's 2 players that go off each and every night. That's the thing. Providence needs to find more players as well, because they could be dangerous, too. As we get back for the second half, 36-35, 19:50 left to go as we just started off. West Virginia going to get back to basketball. They go left to right in the court as the Mountaineers will flow it up at the right elbow. That is good for 2. Jesse looked like he changed his profile pic to the Gators right there. We welcome Vaughn out onto the stream. If you're just joining us, West Virginia was trailing for most of that first half. And then they took the they had a 3-point shot, banked it off the backboard to take a 1-point lead at half, and they ended the first half in an 8-zip run. Pass over McCormick, moves it out to the right wing. Brown, catch and shoot 3, fires, no good, but got knocked down. So Christian Brown, he's going to go to the line, shoot 2, or shoot 3. So it's a foul from the perimeter, and it's West Virginia picked it up, and it was on Oscar Tshiebwe guarding the perimeter. Oscar Tshiebwe today, he really needs to be a factor for West Virginia, and he hasn't. That's the thing. He has had a down season in his sophomore year for West Virginia. He came in last year leading the team and scoring and rebounding. And this season, it's been a struggle here for Tshiebwe. He's only got 1 point today. First free throw, Brown's got it. Second shot, no good, missed it. How much sleep do I get a night when I do these games and then have to get up to work? Probably around 7-8 hours or so. Because I get up for work around 6:30 or so. These games usually end, this will end around 11, most likely. So that's around like my normal bedtime actually is around like 11. And I get in for work. I start work. My work day's 8 to 4 every day. I get up at around 6:30, kind of like have breakfast before I go in, chill a little bit, start my day. That one's good. Floats it up in the key for 2 by West Virginia. 40-37 to score. Brown moves it over left wing to left corner. Jalen Wilson with it, back over to Brown, pass over right corner, Garrett moves it over McCormick. McCormick double teamed, gonna float it up, no good, offensive rebound, and that's a hard fought bucket. Jalen Wilson for 2, as that is good. He got fouled as well. And he's going to go to the line, shoot 1, see if he can tie it up. Chris the Kid has the same facial hair as me, it looks like, as I realized early, but don't think he saw. I actually didn't see, but yeah, no problem, man. At the free throw line, no good, missed a shot by Kansas, by Wilson, rebound Mountaineers. They pass it inside behind the defense, and Sheway couldn't get it. Too strong off the backboard, and Kansas comes up with a rebound. Now they have it at the right corner. Step back 3, Brown launches, and he gets it right there in transition. Kansas takes the 2-point lead. This one been a good one. Christian Brown so far, 13 points, 3 for 7 from the perimeter. He's shown flashes of star potential this season. Had a big game early in November against St. Joseph's. West Virginia, deep 2, takes it straight away. No good, McBride missed it. Rebound back to Kansas. Jayhawks going to drive. Wilson inside, and they're going to call a blocking foul here. So Jalen Wilson going to go to the free throw line, shoot 2. The foul is picked up by Deuce McBride. Personal for West Virginia. Hey, what's good, Vaughn? Welcome back in, man. First free throw, Kansas, good. Second shot coming up by Jalen Wilson. He's got 3 double-doubles this season. That is, right now, second most in the Big 12. Second free throw missed it, though. Jalen Wilson today got himself 8.7 rebounds. He has been great here for the sophomore this season. Number 2 scorer behind Agbaji in the starting 5. West Virginia pass inside over to Sheway. That time able to convert on his first shot made from the floor today. Right behind the defense for 2. Put it up and in off the backboard. Kansas has it at the top. Moves it over to left wing Wilson. Bounce pass, free throw circle, Garrett. Pass over left corner, Wilson. Wilson dribbles now, guarded by McNeil. Wilson moves it back over to Garrett. 17 minutes as we approach it so far. Kansas has it. Garrett leaves it over right corner, Brown. Brown back outside. Takes the 3 as Jalen Wilson. Hit the rim short, no good. It's tipped around the rim, rolls out, no good. They get an offensive rebound. Agbaji moves it over McCormick. Perimeter passing. Takes the 3, Brown. Top of the key, missed it. Offensive rebound once again, Kansas. Kansas getting the offensive boards against a really good West Virginia offensive rebounding team. Catch and shoot 3 right corner that time. He knocks it down. That is Achai Agbaji. Great find for Kansas there to dish it out to the right corner. And Agbaji, that is a hot spot right there for the Jayhawks. He has got 11. West Virginia has it, drives inside. McBride puts it up and in off the backboard. That's good for 2. Good move there by Deuce McBride. Going back and forth here, folks. 16-15 left to go. Wilson moves it out to the top, Brown. Brown pass over to Agbaji. Shot fake. Moves it out left corner. Garrett going to take the 3. No good. Tipped up. And they're going to call a whistle and a foul. Picked up by Kansas. Achai Agbaji picks up the rebounding foul. George out in New Jersey here. You can only go to Xavier at St. John's, Villanova at St. Hall, but they're close when he visited Cincinnati. Went to the school. The campus also really nice. That's cool, man. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Cincinnati and Xavier. And right around the corner, basically. Great college basketball rivalry. One of like the underrated ones. At the right corner, West Virginia turns it over. Great defensive stop right there by Marcus Garrett. All right, so we're going to go to the timeout here, taking on the court 46-44. I did not hear what Danny Duncan did. So I actually didn't hear. Hey, what's good, Roger? Welcome back onto the stream, man. Really good game going on right now. Other college basketball games tonight look like this. TCU is losing against North Dakota State. 54-53. Iowa up by double digits against Purdue, 44-31. So not a shock there. Hopefully I helped out whoever bet on these games, because I remember somebody earlier today in my stream asked me what he should bet on. I told him that Iowa would beat Purdue by double digits, and then there was a couple other ones that I told him about. That the under, we got the under today for the NBA game, Nets versus Warriors. The over-under was set at 225. The total score was 224. So that one he won today. That's huge. And oh yeah, I also told him San Diego State. So that one he got correct too. Yeah, Louisville, Kentucky, and also Duke UNC. Those are the top two rivalries in all of college basketball. That's going to be interesting tonight. I'm looking at this matchup, really late game. Somebody actually asked me if I was going to call it. I didn't know what time the game was, but man, is this game late. Colorado taking on Grand Canyon. This game's at 11 o'clock tonight. That's 11 o'clock p.m. East Coast time. That's 8 p.m. Pacific time. But Grand Canyon's 4-2. They lost against Arizona State by 1 at home for Grand Canyon. They take on Colorado. That could be an upset tonight. Grand Canyon's trying to build something special there. And Colorado on the line favored by 10. Hey, what's good behind the arc, fan? No problem, man. Hope all is going well here, brother. Hope everything's going well with you and your friends out there, brother. But yeah, glad to have you on the channel whenever you guys can. No problem if you can't make it. Oh wow, quite the story Chris has got over here about Danny Duncan. So Charlotte County Police Department looks like got pulled over. Instead of giving people tickets, he then gave $2,500 and gave a grandma who was raising her grandkids a Honda. A Honda, looks like. Wow, that's awesome, man. So yeah, 46-44, great game. Big 12 heavyweights going down. Two top 10 teams right now as we get right back into action. It's going to be Kansas basketball. McCormack passes back to Brown. He takes the three. He knocks it down by Christian Brown. West Virginia's been pretty well this year as far as defending the perimeter. But in this game today, Kansas just made their 10th three-point shot of the game. 10 for 23 from outside. West Virginia has it. The reason why they've been able to stay in the game big time is McNeil in this one. Jumper hit the front rim. No good. Offensive rebound, West Virginia going to take a three. That time, they missed it off the mark. No good. They get another offensive rebound there. McNeil moves it over at the right elbow into the hands of Matthews. Passes out to the top here to the Mountaineers. Bounce pass inside. Ball gets stolen away. Brown with a steal. Bad pass right in the key there by Jordan McCabe. Kansas has it. The ball gets stolen right back. 7 total turnover of the game by the Jayhawks right there as McNeil gets the steal on the key. Here goes West Virginia. They're down by 5 here. They're going to set it up. Bounce pass top of the free throw circle. Moves it out left wing. West Virginia going to hand this one off. They're going to shoot the three. McCabe knocks it down. Money. Hits down the perimeter triple right there as that is good. 49-47. Should Bill take Grand Canyon? Plus 10 on the line. They're Lakers. 3-point favorites. I would probably go with Lakers to win more than 3 in that one. So I would take the Lakers as big favorites tonight over the Clippers. They took each other on in the preseason. I remember calling that game, and Lakers had a huge victory. Kansas took the three, and they knocked it down. 52-47 the score currently. And Gabe Ashaboyan just gave it up and got picked up the foul here. So it's going to send Kansas to the free throw line as well. All right, so 2 free throws coming up here at the line by McCormack. First one's up. First one's good. From just a viewer, who do I think would win? Not from a fan, just a view. Providence or Butler? Providence would win that game. Butler's been really disappointing. I really hope that Providence can sweep Butler. I think Providence got the next 3 games. They got DePaul and Butler twice. Providence should at least go 2-1 in that slate at the least. Providence should definitely be going 3-0 though, because Butler has just been really disappointing this year. And Providence, they struggled early on in Maui, in the Maui Invitational, but they were quite banged up, and now they're starting to get their team back. They had a big, long week of rest. They had 10 days off because they had games against Xavier and UConn, and then the games got postponed. So they've had a lot of time off and a lot of time just to rest up, and I take Providence. 13:27 left to go. 7-point game. It's going to be West Virginia inbound coming up. Mountaineers pass it. McNeil has it left baseline, guarded by Agbaji. McNeil moves it back to the top here. McCabe now has the basketball. McCabe dribbles at the left elbow. McCabe still with it. Hands it off to McNeil. McNeil going to jack up a 3. Hand in the face, but it's going to be an air ball. Out of bounds right there. So the shot clock was winding down. And Bob Huggins not happy about that one. He thought that Christian Brown followed McNeil from the perimeter. That is McNeil's first 3-point shot miss of the game. Let's see here. We're going to take a look at a replay. McNeil guarded by Brown. Oh, yeah, that was clear shooting hands. That was an air ball. And reason why is because Christian Brown got his shooting hand. So that should have been 3 shots right there at the line. It's going to be Kansas ball. Moves it out right corner. Garrett dribbles now. At the right elbow, he's going to dribble back to the top of the key. Garrett has it. Still dribbling. Free throw circle. Moves it back. Agbaji catch and shoot 3. No good off the back iron. Huge rebound by McCormack. Sheway is just struggling today. Sheway was the one who was underneath the rim, and McCormack was the one who leaped forward, and Sheway did not move at all. McCormack has the basketball, but a huge collision in the key. Clock will stop as Gabe Ashaboyan picks up his 3rd personal here for West Virginia. Hey, what's good, Braden? Welcome back onto the stream, man. Yes, I saw the tail end of the SEC championship, Braden. So once again, crusher for Florida, man, but they almost able to come back from being out quite a bit to Alabama. What's good, Vince? Welcome on the stream, bud. Hope all is well. Inbound here for Kansas. Christian Brown has it. Kansas by 7 with 12.5 left to go. L, what's good here, man? For stopping them by. And they turn it over. Kansas right there turns it over underneath their hoop. So we got 12 minutes left to go. I'll have to see what day what day and time that is. I don't think they have the time yet, but I know it's on I think it's on Sunday the 10th. So if I'm around, I'll have to see my schedule that day, but hopefully I'll be able to do that. Right corner jumper, that one's off the top of the backboard. West Virginia misses it as it goes out of bounds. So West Virginia's been cold scoring here lately. They're 0 for 4 from the floor. Last 4 shots, and this is part of a Kansas 8-0 run here with 12 minutes remaining. Yeah, that's great news to hear there, Braden. Glad to hear that Keontae Johnson finally was able to get released from the hospital and hopefully back to basketball action. West Virginia deflected that one to the backcourt. Kansas going to pick it up. Kansas has it. Dribbles to the free throw circle. Garrett gives it up. That's going to be a 3. Wilson takes it. He hits it. So Kansas extending now. This is part of an 8-0 run. It's going to lead to Bob Huggins. Going to take a timeout here. 11:28 left to go. Yeah. All right, so timeout taken right now on the court. Kansas able to hit down their shots, and they're on quite a bit of a run right now. Man, my point total that I said 64-60. That's not looking so well right now. Kansas is outperforming that big time. in this game. I thought it would be more of a defensive type of battle, but yeah, Kansas is gunning on to quite a bit of a run lately so far. So right now we're just on the timeout. If you guys are new to my stream, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that sub. Really appreciate it all for stopping them by here on Behind Arc Basketball. Tomorrow night, I plan on being back for Celtics versus Bucks tomorrow, so feel free to stop on board for that one. And after the Celtics versus Bucks, I'm going to connect my stream to my Celtics post-game thoughts in that one. So I'll be having, for the first time ever, Celtics post-game thoughts after the conclusion of Celtics versus Bucks tomorrow. Ooh, man. Wow, Clippers up against the Lakers 24-14. Man. Yeah, I didn't have a great showing today for my fantasy basketball league. I have Kelly Oubre Jr. and Spencer Dinwiddie on my team. Both of them only got me, I looked at it, 15 fantasy points each. And I was going up against... I think he's on the stream some of the time. D-Block, who I'm playing against this week, and he's got Karis LeVert, and LeVert had a great game off the bench today for Brooklyn. If you had Kyrie, KD, or LeVert, you got yourselves quite a treat early on in your fantasy league right now. Quick scoreboard update for college basketball. Iowa up against Purdue, 58-44. What do I rather, college or NBA? I like both of them for a mix of both. The biggest thing though is for college. The biggest thing I can't wait for is March Madness. That is huge. That's the biggest thing as part of this channel. It seems like the NBA is getting like a ton of people into the streams, but for college, not a whole lot of people I compete here against, like streaming against college, unless somebody shows the actual game or so. Because I know a lot of my college stuff, and I actually write online for college basketball too, previewing matchups and sometimes conference predictions too from time to time, and team previews and stuff like that. So I'm into both of them, but I like the meaning of the college game more compared to NBA, because NBA is a longer season, and then you get into all the stuff like the load management from time to time with certain players that you get to, whereas you can't really do that for college, because if you did load management for college, it would hurt your team. It would be detrimental to your team basically, because every single game counts when you play college basketball. Every single game counts towards your resume to make it into the NCAA tournament, or to put you on the bubble, or if you lose a bye game or so, like some of these teams just have with bad starts, like Georgetown lost against Navy, Butler lost against Southern Illinois. If you lose against a bad opponent like that, like Miami lost against Florida Gulf Coast, then it really hurts your tournament resume. And there's meaning to every single game that's played this season. Alright, so that was a quick timeout. They just went to a timeout, and they're going to go to a media timeout like 10 seconds later. So 57-47, as we're back at a timeout right now once again. Just to recap here, Christian Braun leads the scoring for Kansas tonight, and big showing by him. 16 points by Christian Braun, 4 for 9 from the outside, as he flashed star potential against St. Joseph's. He scored a career-high 30 back in November against St. Joe's, and once again, able to find his way around the perimeter today. This Kansas team knocking down 12 triples from the outside. Their bread and butter is the three-point shot. And West Virginia this year has done pretty well defending the outside, and the Mountaineers have given up 12 three-point shots. The reason why West Virginia has been staying in this game is because Sean McNeil, but he had all 20 of those points in the first half. He's 0 for 2 from the outside here in the second half shooting. I feel like I had people here on my streams like much younger than 13 of my streams. The big stat today is that Kansas is actually out-rebounding West Virginia 28-26. So Kansas is more of like an undersized type of team this year. They lost Azubuike, their biggest loss as far as the front court depth in the offseason. But Kansas here, +2 on the boards, 28-26 in rebounds over West Virginia, who has got two really great rebounders that headed into the season with Sheway and Culver. And Sheway's just been to a down year this year. Oscar Sheway's only got 3 points today and 3 rebounds, 1 for 5 shooting from the floor. And he was great against Richmond. And once again today, he's just disappointing for Sheway. It's not helping his team out towards this game. And Sheway put to the task against David McCormack. McCormack with 7 rebounds. And Jalen Wilson with 7 rebounds. And Agbaji, a shooting guard here with 7 rebounds as well. Alright, so 11:22 left to go. And Danny Duncan, Chris puts out, lives like 15 minutes away from him because he's in Charlotte County out in Florida. That's cool, man. It's going to be Kansas basketball. So here goes the Jayhawks. Left wing with Christian Brown having himself a pretty good game. Brown pass over to Agbaji. Agbaji, the most consistent scorer this season for Kansas. Part of an 8-zip run in the last 3.5 minutes. Garrett moves it out to Wilson. Wilson passes right corner Agbaji. He moves it over to a cut here. Oh, nice pass left corner. Brown takes the 3. No good, rattled out. Tipped up. And they find an offensive rebound. Back over to Wilson. Takes it and he makes it. Straight away, Jalen Wilson. He is improving his 3 game. This is huge for Kansas if they want to make a run here. Man, I've seen improvement each and every single game from the Jayhawks this season. Jalen Wilson's made 4 3-point shots today. For being one of the front court players for this team. Coming out of nowhere. Sophomore for this team this season. He just absolutely came out of nowhere. Step back deep, too. No good off the mark. West Virginia rebounds. They get the offensive board, though. West Virginia right baseline dribble. Sherman puts it up. That's good for 2. 60-49. We got 10 minutes left remaining in this one. Kansas going to take a 3. Wilson missed it. Oh, they got a wow right out of nowhere. Agbaji coming up with his 8th rebound offensive board. Back over to Wilson. Missed another 3, and Brown tried to get the rebound. Almost tapped it into the hands of McNeil, though. And West Virginia's going to pick it up. Mountaineers have it. 9:45 left to go. Past the left baseline. As they back their way inside, and West Virginia is going to get fouled. It's going to be a personal picked up by Mitch Lightfoot on the court here for Kansas. Clock will stop with 9:36. If you guys are new to my stream, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that sub. Really appreciate all for stopping by here. Tonight on Behind the Arc Basketball, I cover play-by-play basketball games here. I covered NBA earlier, Nets versus Warriors, and now we cover college basketball here. I joined this one in progress midway through, or just a little bit over that midway part of that first half. Off the inbound, jumper, and McNeil looking good, lighting it up from the floor. Hits that one for his first 2 of the second half. The left baseline. George thinks Marquette has a great chance to be ranked. Marquette lost a couple of days ago, so they're 4-3 now. They've got great wins against some really high quality opponents. That's the thing. So their resume is good. It's just their win-loss record isn't the best right now. Oh, Kansas, huge block in the post. The refs gonna say this one's out of bounds by Kansas. Get that out of there. What a swat. Out of bounds. Huge swat out of bounds by Kansas. It's gonna be Kansas basketball. I plan on covering 2 games for Christmas Day. Hopefully. We're supposed to lose power, possibly, on Christmas night into Christmas Day. We're supposed to get another bad storm over here, so hopefully I'll be able to cover. If so, it'll be Celtics, Nets, and then after that one, Mavs versus Lakers. Let's share the chat out here. That's quite big. 63-51 the score. Ouch. Well, I'm sorry to that person I told that the Lakers have the better chance to win that game tonight, because that's not a good start at all. Wow, that's shocking. Really, really shocking. 39-19. Man. 8:55 left to go. It's going to be Kansas basketball here as they lead it by 12. Their largest lead. Looking to add more. Christian Brown sinks it down. Wow. Man, I really thought that this would be a close game. Kansas has just got... They've gotten better and better each and every game this season. West Virginia, by the way, led at halftime. West Virginia takes the three. They just can't hit anything here in the second half. Rebound Kansas. Kansas rolling the boards. This is an odd game here. Kansas +6 in the rebounds against a really good West Virginia rebounding team. And Kansas is a smaller, undersized type of team here. Kansas had it around the perimeter. Ref's going to call a foul, though. Away from the basketball. It's picked up on the personal by Christian Brown. And West Virginia will have it back. Kansas has made down 15 three-point shots against the West Virginia team. Has defended the perimeter really well this year, around 27%, allowing their opponents around the perimeter to shoot. Jumper and a key, that one's good for 2. West Virginia hits it by Deuce McBride. Yeah, George puts out the problem for Marquette. They keep on losing the Big East team, which are the worst games to lose. They have great profile winners there. They had the one against Wisconsin was the biggest one. Underneath McCormack into the post. He does that for 2. That's good. 7:38 left to go. West Virginia takes up the court. We got a foul. Yeah, two games I plan on doing, hopefully, behind the arc fan. We might lose power once again because there's a storm coming in. It looks like on Christmas morning. Late Christmas night into early Christmas morning. But if I do have power, the 2 games I plan on doing are Celtics versus Nets. And then also, right after that's Mavs versus Lakers. So it would be those 2 games. So those 2 games I would do. Alright, right now with a timeout, this game was just gotten quite out of control. 15-point lead by Kansas, exploding here in the second half. Part of a 33-17 second half score here in favor of Kansas. Kansas outgaining West Virginia by 16 in the second half. Yeah, Ryan puts out Missouri's got 2 big wins, Oregon and Illinois. Both are in the top 25. I'm shocked. Well, Gonzaga must be having their backup players play. That's why. Gonzaga's winning against Northwestern State 82-66. Yeah, at this point they must be having their backups play. Let's see here. Take a look at Gonzaga. It's 16 points. Oh, that's cool behind the arc fan. That's awesome, man. So when I shoot him on Christmas, he's gonna be in the car. It looks like. Yeah, they've got the bench involved. It seems to be for Gonzaga. Iowa up against Purdue, 62-47. As for scores right now, San Diego State leads St. Mary's 61-41. San Diego State looks good. And TCU really struggling tonight. Losing against North Dakota State 68-67. That's not good for TCU. TCU won against Oklahoma State too, so that's not a good look for Oklahoma State either. Jason puts out, he thinks Kentucky going to get some snow on Thursday, it looks like. There we go. Right before Christmas, getting us nice white ground there. Where not? I'm over in Massachusetts, if you guys are new, first timer on the channel. And, yeah, we got snow a week ago. We got 8 to 12 inches of snow. And on Thursday, we're supposed to get 60-degree weather, bringing in torrential downpouring rain and thunderstorms. That's the New England weather up here where I am in Massachusetts. 7:30 remaining. It's going to be West Virginia basketball. They take a left corner three, and they're just cold shooting in the second half. That one rattled out no good. Rebound, Kansas. So, West Virginia, they've really been struggling shooting in their games. Struggled a lot shooting against Iowa State. Kansas tried to go for the alley-oop. No good. Off the backboard. Rebound, West Virginia. Transition. Big throwdown as that is good by the Mountaineers. They get called, though, for the offensive foul. Miles McBride pushes off in transition. Kansas going to have it back. Time here is 10:40 p.m. Eastern. Yes, 60 degrees on Christmas Day over here. It's crazy the weather changes. Seven minutes left to go. Jumper Kansas. And airball Kansas and puts it back into the hands of West Virginia here. Mountaineers have it. Moves it out top of the key, floats it over the top. That one just intercepted, pass to nobody. It's intercepted by McCormack in a post. Wrong player. Kansas has it. Garrett moves it over to Agbaji. 6:35 left to go. And they will call a foul around the perimeter. It's going to be a foul by McCabe here, and that's going to be sending Kansas right now to the free throw line. Let's see, 151 over under for this one. So we get 68-53. I'm going to take the under in that one. So I will take the under in right now. Kansas up. Bryce Thompson at the free throw line. That one's good. Second shot coming up. So hopefully it'll hit the under there for my help. That shot's good. 70-53. Kansas just running away right now. Man. West Virginia stone cold. They've had 4 turnovers in the last 3.5 minutes. Mountaineers with the basketball. Dribbles right baseline. Moves it now into the hands of McNeil. He was red hot in the first half, but only 2 points here in the second half. At the left wing, pass over left corner. West Virginia dribbles, gives it off now with the left wing. Passes left baseline, backs his way. Turn around, and they say he traveled with it. Man, another turnover. That's their 5th straight turnover the last 4 minutes. Isaiah Cottrell, the freshman, turns it over. And it's been problems here for West Virginia. They needed Oscar Tshiebwe to be a part of this game and to make a huge impact, and he has yet to do that, and he has the matchup to do so. And instead it has led to McCormack getting 10 points and 6 rebounds inside. McCormack the one to move it into the hands of DeJuan Harris. Pass over left baseline at Baji. 5:50 left to go, and the refs are going to say the ball gets tapped out of bounds by West Virginia. So Kansas will get the inbound coming up. Yeah, George puts out, he loves how Xavier keeps on beating teams. People they think, they shouldn't be ranked, but they have been facing bad teams. They still beat Marquette. Yeah, they also crushed Oklahoma, too. Like, they beat them by a good amount, double digits against a pretty good Oklahoma team. They took Texas Tech down to the wire today. That's good off the layup by Garrett. 72-53. This game's out of control. Kansas just exploding. They are looking better and better each and every single minute that they play this year. They looked terrible in that game against Kentucky back earlier this month, but man, have they really just been able to improve. Like one of the most improved teams I have seen ever since that loss against Gonzaga in the grinded out type of game against Kentucky. They have just so improved this year. Yeah, 101-49 against Oakland. Xavier won. Hey, what's good, Jackson? Welcome back on board, man. 5:25 left to go. It's a 19-point Kansas lead. West Virginia left corner 3. And McNeil in the second half is cold. He is 0 for 3 from the outside. Rebound Kansas. Kansas drives inside. DeJuan Harris floats it up. That's good for 2. It's a 21-point lead. They just keep on extending here. 5 minutes left to play. West Virginia has it. Trying to get some type of offense going on here for the Mountaineers. Too little too late, though. As they turn the corner, Matthews drives inside, got it to fall. That's good for 2 by Emmett Matthews. Hey, what's good, baller boy? Welcome onto the stream, man. Thanks so much, brother. Really appreciate it. Stay safe out there. I heard there's another storm coming up. Looks like around Christmas there, out on the coast. I saw some of the storm footage from the big snowstorm we had in a lot of areas towards the South Shore in our state of Mass. It got hit pretty hard. Some of the towns got flooded towards the ocean. West Virginia, their shot block. Kansas moves it left corner. Back to the left wing at Baji. Oh, nice perimeter ball movement. They're going to take a wide open 3, and Marcus Garrett sinks it. Man, Kansas just hits. There you are. Connecting all over the place here from the outside. 16 made 3-point shots by Kansas. And this is going up against a West Virginia defense that came into this game defending the perimeter around 27%. Yeah, West Virginia leading at halftime, and then just nobody's been able to score here in the second half for West Virginia. And just Kansas, just incredible ball movement. Able to get open every single time. West Virginia jumper. That one good at the free throw circle. 20-point game. Yeah, totally agree, Jack. He thought Kansas would win, but not like this. Same here. I predicted Kansas 64-60. What's good, Stan? Welcome on the channel, man. Thoughts on Washington State? Yeah, I'm surprised too that they're 7-0. They played an easy schedule though, so they won in conference play against Oregon State, but that's one of like the bottom teams in the Pac-12. It'll be telling how good they actually are when they take on teams like Oregon, Stanford, UCLA. I don't think that they're going to be a tournament team. I think it's more like the competition they played has been just pretty much easy competition this year. Yeah, Jackson puts out, imagine if Texas beats Kansas there. Oh, yeah, definitely. Back to reading what Baller Boy said here. Hopefully, enjoy all my great presents from our fans as well. You guys are awesome, every single fan here that we have had on the stream. All my supporters, you guys are incredible. Versus Oklahoma, pretty good team. 19 3-point shots for Xavier there. Yeah, they won by 22. That's phenomenal. That's a really good win against Oklahoma. Let's see. We welcome back on Vana onto the chat here. Had to talk to somebody that went to jail. Oh boy. Yeah, I was someplace a couple weeks ago, and we had to sit next to somebody who had to face some time behind bars. He was very close to us at some type of event that we had. This game's gone final. Gonzaga over Northwestern State 95-78. So Gonzaga completes the sweep. Back-to-back days against Northwestern State, it looks like. Thanks so much, Ryan, for the update. Jackson putting out Texas Tech, Oklahoma, last few seconds, crazy. Man, gonna have to catch the highlights sometime for that. Yeah, Lakers, Mavs, Christmas showdown. Hopefully I'll be able to cover games on Christmas. We're supposed to get hit with another bad storm. But if I do have my power on Christmas, I plan on covering Celtics versus Bucks at 5 o'clock Eastern. And then right after that, I plan on covering Lakers, Mavericks. So it'll be a doubleheader on Christmas. Yeah, me too, behind the arc fans. So surprised that North Carolina lost to NC State today. Quick scoreboard update. Right now in the timeout in the final, 3:13 left to go. This game whizzing by. Kansas up in front in the second half. All theirs, 42-21. As they are just too tough to stop around the outside. I'm really shocked. I did not think this at all. Kansas also +8 on the glass against a really good West Virginia team. And Kansas also out-rebounding West Virginia 18-15 as well. This West Virginia team's been doing great things with offensive rebounds this season, but just once again, their shooting just completely ran into a brick wall in the second half here. Just struggling to shoot the ball from the court. Making shots has just been very, very tough here for West Virginia in the second half. So Iowa up against Purdue, 64-55. Oregon State by 6 against Portland State with 5 minutes left to go, 57-51. San Diego State crushing St. Mary's today. St. Mary's trying to get a resume builder, and it's not happening. San Diego State going to improve to 6-1. Aztecs up by 23, 67-44. And final 2 minutes, 20 seconds, TCU leads against North Dakota State. Close game, though, 80-75. It's free throws at the line for West Virginia. Both of them go down by 18. Approaching 3 minutes left to go. Yeah, good job for Northwestern State scoring that much against Gonzaga. I agree. Northwestern State 78. They put on the board for a 1-9 team. 3 minutes left remaining. Kansas has it. Moves it out to the left wing to Wilson. Under 3 minutes left. Into the hands of Garrett now. Garrett guarded by McNeil, top of the key. Garrett dribbles, right elbow, dribbles inside, floats it over the top, no good, hit the front rim, rebound West Virginia. What's good, Ian? Appreciate it, bud, for stopping them by. Final 2:40 remaining. By the way, if you guys are just joining us, West Virginia was leading by 1 at the half. They were up 36-35 in the second half. All Kansas here belonging to the Jayhawks, 42-23. Hitting down 16 3-point shots for Kansas tonight. West Virginia finds his way into the lane. That's good for 2. Hey, happy birthday to my man Ian. That's awesome, man. Hope all went well today for your birthday, brother. Final 2:10 left to go. Kansas slowing down the ball. They have it around the perimeter. Christian Brown dribbles towards his left, hands it off to Garrett. Garrett guarded by McNeil here at the edge of the Jayhawk logo. Garrett dribbles, drives inside with a right hand, finishes off the glass. That's good for 2. Blows right past McNeil. What a statement game here for Kansas tonight. Minute 50 remaining. West Virginia takes the 3 straight away. Deuce McBride, no good. Cold game today by Deuce McBride from the floor. 3 for 8 shooting. He has been held to only 6 points. We do have a foul in the post as the clock will stop here. Minute 42 left to go. He's going to send Oscar Sheway to the free throw line. It's also West Virginia's in the bonus. 1-1 by Sheway. He missed it. He does get the offensive rebound. Lucky. Able to get the tap right back to his chest right there. Pass over to the right corner. West Virginia misses a 3. Tapped up and in as they get it for 2. Yeah, Oscar Sheway has just been an incomplete part here at West Virginia this season. It's just really sad to see. Oscar Sheway's really struggling. Like, he's had a couple big games this year, and he's just been off to a slow start. Really slow to start out the season, and then he caught a little bit of that momentum lately against Richmond and Iowa State, and then, once again, another disappointing game today. And this coming from the leading scorer from last season, now a sophomore, and I think he's like number 5 in the team in scoring. He's only scoring in the single digits, around like 7 per game. Final minute, Kansas jumper no good, rebound back to West Virginia. They're going to take a 3. McNeil, he was good in the first half, but missing in the second half. Defensive rebound, Kansas. Final 45 seconds. Kansas at the left wing. Welcome in, Ant, once again, man. Yeah, definitely agree right now. They have gotten so much better each and every single game here for Kansas, man. I've watched them quite a bit this season, and wow, have they come a long way since that opening game on Thanksgiving against Gonzaga. Kansas going to take a 3 off the mark, no good. Jalen Wilson, he is one of the players, and one of the reasons why he will finish with 17 points tonight by Jalen Wilson, and he has come out of nowhere. I did not have Jalen Wilson on my radar heading into this season, that he would play a crucial impact for Kansas for this year. West Virginia jumper knocks it down at the free throw circle. Final 5 seconds left to go, and Kansas going to dribble out the clock. What a statement for the Jayhawks, able to get the victory tonight here. 79-65 the final. They improved to being 9-0 at home all time against West Virginia. And they do it with multiple players here for the Jayhawks in double figures. Now, before, Kansas only had like one player going off, and usually that player was Agbaji. But when you get the whole team to go off like they did, this team is so dangerous. And Christian Brown, he went off today, hit down 6 3-point shots. He had 22. They got the whole team to go off. He had 7 assists too for Christian Brown. This team is dangerous. If every single play here goes off like they did today, they're going to keep on winning games. Jalen Wilson, he had 17, 15 by Garrett. Only needed 11 by Agbaji, and he got 9 rebounds for the top scorer this season for Agbaji. And McCormick finished with a double-double, 10 points, 11 rebounds. So that's a wrap, everybody. Really appreciate all for stopping on by, being a part here on Behind the Arc Basketball. Thank you guys so much for being a part here, everyone. Before I sign off, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that sub. Kansas with a statement victory. Going to retain their top 5 status here, 79-65 over number 7 ranked West Virginia, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your night, everybody, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball. Before I sign off, once again, big thank you out to our channel members. We got Jack and Jason. Also, thank you out to the sports expert. Going to put him down for tomorrow here, as he joined the membership earlier today in my first stream, as we had the Nets versus Golden State in that first stream here. And, of course, big shout-out to you guys, Jack, Jason, and the sports expert out here on the channel. Thanks so much, guys, for stopping on by. This is Behind the Arc Basketball, and enjoy the rest of your night, everybody.